Hello students, this video of components of food part 1 is brought to you by Aryabhat National Public School. Topics to be covered in this chapter are: what do different food items contain, significance of nutrients, balanced diet and deficiency diseases. Food is essential for our body, and where does these food items come? We have discussed in previous chapter. Students, our meal consists of different food items. These food items play an important role in growth of our body, providing us energy and keeping us healthy. Food contains very useful substances. These components are needed by our body. These useful components are called nutrients. Let us define nutrients. What are nutrients? Nutrients are simplest substances present in our food that gives us energy, build our body, and protect us from diseases. Nutrients are the simplest substances present in our food that gives us energy, build our body, and protect us from diseases. There are five main nutrients: carbohydrates, fats, proteins, vitamins, and minerals. Apart from these nutrients, our food contains fiber and water also. A food contains more than one nutrients. That is, if you take any, for example, any food item, just for an example, we take rice. Rice contains carbohydrate, but apart from carbohydrate, it contains other nutrients too. Some nutrients are present in food items in large quantities, and some are present in very small quantities. Therefore, food items contains more than one nutrients. Some nutrients are required in large quantities and some are required in very small quantities. With some simple methods, we can test the presence of different nutrients presence in our food items. We will do these tests when our school will open. Just like a test of starch, there are more tests here. We can test the presence of protein, we can test the presence of sugar. All these nutrients presence can be tested. For these tests, we require some chemicals that we can do in our laboratory. Now the question arises, what these nutrients do for our body? Why we need all these nutrients? Let us discuss about these nutrients in detail. The first nutrient that we are going to discuss is what do various nutrients do for our body. In this topic, we will discuss about the different nutrients, what these nutrients do to our body, and why we need them. The first nutrient that we are going to discuss is carbohydrates and fats. Both these nutrients, that is carbohydrates and fats, provides us energy. The food items containing carbohydrates and fats are called energy giving energy giving foods because they provides us energy. Fat provides more energy than carbohydrates. The same, if you take same amount of fat at the same amount of carbohydrate, then you will find that the fat gives more energy than the same amount of carbohydrates. Carbohydrates are present in two forms in our food. These two forms are starch and sugar. Potato, bread, rice are some rich sources of starch. Glucose is an example of sugar. Fruits, honey, table sugar are rich in glucose. Students, glucose is the simplest carbohydrate and is easily utilized by our body. Therefore, if anybody is sick, anybody is in need of energy, somebody is doing hard work and he needs instant energy, glucose is provided because it is easily utilized by our body. We get fats from two sources, and these two sources are, one is from animals, we get fats from animals, and we get fat from plants. Milk products, ghee, butter, eggs, fishes, meat, all are sources of animal fat. It's already given in your textbook also. These all are sources of animal fat, animal fat sources. Similarly, the plant fat, these are plant fat sources, sunflower oil, mustard oil, different types of oils that we use are sources are coming from plants. Similarly, carbohydrates, all these are sources of carbohydrates: wheat, rice, bajra, maize, mango, melon, papaya, sugarcane, potato, sweet potato. All are sources of carbohydrates. Apart from giving energy, fats keep our body warm. Extra fat is stored in our body, and if it is stored in excess amount, it causes obesity. You have seen obese people, they are present everywhere. Those who eat more than required food, the fats are stored in their body. Fat, fat keeps our body warm. This is why in winters you will find that obese people wear less clothes than thin people. Why? Because these fats keep their body warm, and in summers they feel more heat. This is because fats provides them heat. They keep their body warm. This is all in this part of the video. Rest we will cover in the next part.